Okay guys, so I'm working on this 1997 Chevrolet 1500. I'm doing the second part of changing the fuel pump. So I've got the engine hoist over here, lifting this bed up, and I'm gonna go under here. I've got some wood over here to kind of make sure that it doesn't smash my hands while I'm in here. Got a chisel and a 4-pound sledgehammer from China Freight. And basically gonna go in here and try and find a place that is solid here on this ring. So this ring, I'm gonna take it out here in a second, but basically there's some tabs on this ring, and you'll feel them. They're metal and they're real hard. They're meant to get hit. So let's see, feel around because it's real dirty in here, but the tab is long and thin, and it'll take a lot of force to get this thing to let go. So lefty loosey, righty tighty, hit it, and a lot of force was required to get it loose. Scrape the top of the right here with a wire brush, and try and clean this off as best you can before you attempt to loosen the ring. Now you can see that the ring is lifted up here. So there's a rubber gasket under here, and keeps all the fuel in while you're driving. So this ring will get real loose. So now you can probably just lift it up here, and once you lift this up, or you can just keep hitting it, you can get in here and lift this thing up and pull the fuel pump out. But there's a lot of dirt, so make sure you clean it up really good with a wire brush before you attempt to finagle it out of its resting place. And another thing too is make sure you have the right fuel pump, because we got the wrong fuel pump the first time. So you'll probably notice right away, because it'll look really weird. It won't look like your old fuel pump. The connections will look really different. See, we have 3 hard lines here and another hard line that goes to a soft line. So let me just end it right here. Well, let me see if I can pull this out first, because that might be useful to some of you, especially since this one's giving me trouble. It'll start to smell really bad, like gasoline. So if you have one of those paint respirators, you'll be able to avoid breathing in this crap. But yeah, see, it's ready to come out. So let me make sure this is still recording well. Okay, good, it is. So let's see, so I get this wire brush and just clean it up a little bit before I attempt to lift this out. There's a lot of this junk around here, and you just want to try and clean it as best as you can. No doubt some is gonna get in there, unfortunately. So after you do a fuel pump, I suggest carrying a extra fuel filter around with you and the tools you need to replace it. And also, before you leave the auto parts store, get a fuel cleaner that you can add, a fuel injection cleaner or something you can add to your gas tank. After you do the fuel pump, go fill it up at the gas station and put a full bottle of fuel cleaner in there. And one I really like to use is Seafoam, but you don't have to. That stuff, I know from experience, works really good at cleaning out fuel injectors, because I had a fuel pump I did on another Chevy, and the fuel injectors were clogged after we changed the fuel pump out, and the fuel injector cleaner was what was needed to undo the clogs that formed behind the injectors screens. The little injectors have screens that filter out small particles of gas. So see, you can see this ring here. I was able to just kind of pry it up, and it looks like crap. So I'll try and clean it before I put it back in there with the new one. But Anyway, yeah, so I got this ring, and now that this ring is off, I can lift this up and see the new fuel pump will come out just like that. And these lines right here will have to be undone, but once I do that, I'll be good to go, and I can just take this out and replace a new one. Chinese blueprint, see how the new one is and see how the old one is. Basically, what do you call it? We can I'll see if I can make another video right now about how to do the wiring and how they do the connections, because I know that's confusing. So thank you for watching. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe please, and if you don't want to subscribe, you don't have to, but I don't know, hopefully this video helped you out. Thank you for watching.